Hello YouTube, back again. The snow here in the Midwest has stopped. It is beautiful. It's about 27, 28 degrees out here by the lake. Peaceful and calm. A couple people out here running around doing some donuts and stuff. At the Carlisle Dam, it's pretty neat. The kids are going down on sleds and things like that. Thought that was really cool. What fun that is. Back to our corrections-based videos here. I've been wanting to make this video basically since the last day of, the day after Christmas actually. Scrolling through YouTube and I come across a correctional officer video of a man in Ohio, older gentleman, well basically my age, which I'm retired. He was still working, but he was unfortunately unalived by an inmate in custody. He was moving into a cell. Did a little bit of research. The guy had issues with this particular inmate in the past. Sounded like he'd written several disciplinary reports on the inmate. Don't know much more than that. And then prior to that, I think it was about a week, there was a younger correctional officer. I don't know if he was state or county in Pennsylvania, was unalived by a different inmate. Tore his ass up. It just makes me sad, and it hurts because 25 plus years and basically being what we call a dorm bitch, I was stuck in housing units with 100 plus inmates, alone by myself, dorm environment. Yeah, minimum security, but ask people that work in minimum security joints, especially these open dorm environments. These guys are on top of you 24/7. It really gets to you, and we'll get into that later. But the purpose of this video basically is about safety and investing in yourself so you can get home to your family and you can live a good life and be a good correctional officer. Now, if I'm panting a little bit, it's because I'm walking through the snow. It's a little bit deep. My old ass is out of shape, which we're going to be working on that. But, people get out of the academy. They have all these ideas about what corrections is and what it isn't going to be. And a lot of times, the older correctional officers don't want to talk to the newbies. You just roll your eyes, you get grumpy, and you want to get away from them. That's another issue we'll discuss. But people come out of the academy. They go buy new boots, brand new shiny cuff cases, duty belts. They look sharp. Invest a lot in themselves just to look the part. Number one thing is this, your mouth and your brain, and being able to understand people and not get into a situation where things escalate. But we all know if you worked in corrections long enough, things are going to escalate, and they can get there quickly. But your number one thing is getting home to you and your family. Or walking out that gate same way you walked in, not get carried out on a stretcher. A lot of assaults on staff are not reported. They're not allowed to be reported. It happens here in Illinois quite a bit. I'm retired. I can talk about that now. But invest in yourself. I don't care if you're a new hire or you've been there 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter. You invest in all these other things. You invest in your vehicles. You invest in your family. You invest in your house. You invest in the way you look. Get out there. Join a jiu-jitsu class. Take some MMA classes. Understand what it feels like to grapple with somebody, to have somebody attacking you. We can be mindful and we can be aware of our surroundings. And we can use our mouth and we can talk our ways out of a lot of things. We can de-escalate a lot of situations. But you never know that one time where that one inmate, he might have a 6-month bit, 18-month bit, 4-year bit, but you never know. He could be guilty of a lot more than what you think. And it doesn't matter. We live in a society where mental health is a big issue, huge issue, in my opinion anyway. So invest in yourself. Get into an MMA class. Get into a jiu-jitsu class. If you can't afford it, maybe times are tough, get on YouTube. Do some kickboxing. As a former cage fighter, kickboxer, MMA instructor, kickboxing instructor, typically they're not that expensive, man. And go to the instructor and work out some kind of deal if money is a problem or is an issue. Or get on YouTube Get your husband, get your wife, work on some grappling techniques. Because if you've never been in a physical confrontation, you're not going to know how to handle it. And when it does happen, and shit goes downhill real quick, you're going to wish you had. So invest in yourself, invest in your future. It helps in a number of ways, but number one, man, it just makes me sad to turn on YouTube and seeing these COs unaliving. I got to watch my verbiage. There's some verbiage you can't use on YouTube. And it just tears me up. It really does. Not that I'm Barney Badass and couldn't have survived a situation, but I know I've been through situations. I'm prepared for situations like that. And hopefully they never happen to you. But they can, and you want to be prepared in case they do. All right? Supervisors. If you're a supervisor out there, be mindful and be aware when you do that roster, whether you're a sergeant, lieutenant, major, captain, I don't care who you are. If you're doing the roster and you're putting people in different places, understand where you're putting them and what situation you could be putting them into. Maybe they got an issue walking the chow lines back because this one particular housing unit they just don't click with. Or maybe you got an issue with a CO because they were blanking the nurse from the prison that you're dating currently. Still be mindful, man. Be professional. And for some of you COs that are not sergeants, lieutenants, be a leader. Take care of these people. You got a lot of young people coming in that have a different mindset than a lot of people that have a lot of time in corrections. Mesh that together. Try to get to know them. Let them get to know you. You know, we're all about diversity and getting to understand each other. You got to trust each other. When you new hires, you got to open up, man. You don't know everything. Listen to some of these old timers. Get their trust. Gain their trust so you can trust them and they can trust you. This video been a little bit choppy. It is cold out here. My mouth is freezing, but it is absolutely a beautiful day. Hope everybody's doing well out there in YouTube land. Maybe comment on this video if anything's going on in your penitentiary. I know I still have a lot of friends that are in corrections. Tell me there's a lot of stuff, obviously, that happens that doesn't get reported on. But invest in yourself. You won't regret it. Not only will it give you a peace of mind, physically, it'll make you feel better about yourself. You'll get more active. You'll get more flexible. You'll want to do more things. Jiu-jitsu is amazing. Absolutely incredible. It's like a chess match on the ground. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what size you are. All correction officers come in all shapes and sizes. I'm 5'8", about 210 pounds, a little bit out of shape right now. We got 6'5" that are string beans. We got people that are about a foot shorter than me, roly-poly. It doesn't matter. Take care of yourself, invest in this, invest in your future, and invest in coming out on the other side. Because right now in corrections in this world, there's a mental health problem, okay? Take care of yourself. Chico out.